Now we are going to solve NCERT exercise. So to solve NCERT exercise, first question is calculate molecular mass of the following. We have to calculate molecular mass of first H2O, second CO2 and third CH4. So to calculate the molecular mass, we know that molecular mass is equals to, or formula mass is equals to relative molecular mass into U, atomic mass unit. So relative molecular mass will be equals to of this 2 into 1 for hydrogen, plus if we take accurately then it will be 1.008 and plus oxygen has 16, relative atomic mass of oxygen is 16, so 16, and then we'll multiply by U. So this will be equals to, if we multiply that, 2 8 just 16, 1 0 2 plus 16, and then this whole value is multiplied by U. So this will be equals to 18.016 U. So this will be the molecular mass of H2O. Now we'll see the molecular mass of CO2. We'll use the same formula. Molecular mass MF will be equals to relative molecular mass into U. So relative molecular mass of CO2 will calculate relative atomic mass of carbon, that is 12, plus 2 into relative atomic mass of oxygen, that is 16, and then this whole value will be multiplied by U, and so this will be equals to 44 U. Now we come to relative molecular mass of CH4. Again we'll apply the same concept, relative molecular mass into U. So relative molecular mass of CH4 will be, for carbon relative atomic mass is 12, for hydrogen relative atomic mass is 1 actually, but we can take 1.008 also, and then U. So if we calculate, this will be equals to 12 plus 4 8s are 32, 304, 4.032 into U. This will be equals to 16.032 U. So this is how we calculate the molecular mass of given compound. Now next question is calculate the mass percent of different elements present in sodium sulfate. In Na2SO4 we have to calculate the percentage of different elements. So question is calculate the mass percent of different elements present in sodium sulfate. So mass percent, first we will calculate that of sodium. Before that we have to calculate the formula mass of sodium sulfate, that will be 2 into 23 plus 32 plus 4 into 16, 4 into 16 U, and this will be equals to 46 plus 32 plus 64 U, and if we add this value, 4 to 8 plus 6 14, we have 1 carry, 6 plus 1 7, 7 plus 3 10, 10 plus 4 14, 144 U. So the formula mass is 144 U. Now if we calculate the percentage of sodium atom Na, then it will be atomic mass of sodium divided by total formula mass into 100. Atomic mass of sodium, here Na is atomic mass of sodium, into 100 divided by formula mass. So if we put the value sodium, how many U of sodium is there in this? That will be equals to 2 into 23, that is 46. So 46 divided by 144 U into 100, U will cancel out, and will be 31.94%. If we solve, we'll get 30.94%. Approximately we can write 32%. Next is mass percent of sulfur. Mass percent of sulfur will be mass of sulfur, that is 32U divided by 144U. So U will cancel out here. So we'll have that will be 22.22%. Now we come to percentage of oxygen. If we calculate the percentage of oxygen, this will be equals to 64 divided by 64U divided by 144U into 100, and this will be on solving U will cancel out here. So we'll have here this will be 44.44%. So this is the mass percentage of different elements in Na2SO4. Next question is, calculate the amount of carbon dioxide that could be produced when 1 mole of carbon is burnt in air. We have 1 mole of carbon and we are burning to produce carbon dioxide. Then we have to calculate the amount of carbon dioxide. We have 1 mole carbon and we have to produce carbon dioxide. First we'll write balanced chemical equation. Whenever we have to solve such question, first we'll write balanced chemical equation, and the balanced chemical equation is carbon on reaction which oxygen is producing carbon dioxide. So if we take the molar ratio of carbon and molar ratio of CO2 in balanced chemical equation, it is 1:1, 1 by 1. So here we know that mole of carbon is given, that is 1, and mole of carbon we have to determine, that will be 1/1. So from here mole of carbon dioxide will be equals to 1, and we know that mass of 1 mole of carbon dioxide is called molar mass, or we can apply the formula given mass upon molar mass is equals to 1. So W is equals to mf, and that will be equals to molar mass. If we calculate, not here formula mass, molar mass, so molar mass will be equals to 12 gram plus 32 gram per mole. So we'll have the value, as mole is already here, 1 mole, so mole will cancel out, mole will cancel out. So we'll have 44 gram. So if we burn 1 mole carbon, then it will give 44 gram carbon dioxide. Next question is, we are burning 1 mole of carbon is burnt in 16 gram of dioxygen. Next question is, 1 mole, we have this 1 mole and this one 16 gram, and carbon dioxide is produced. So now we will see the extent of reaction. Here we will apply the concept of limiting reagent. So extent of reaction is equals to the extent of reaction of carbon is mole is given and divided by mole is already given here, that is 1 mole carbon. In question it is given that 1 mole of carbon is burnt in 16 gram of oxygen. So extent of reaction of carbon will be 1 mole, and that is 1, and stoichiometric coefficient of carbon is 1, so here 1. If we calculate extent of reaction for oxygen, first we have to calculate the number of moles. Number of moles will be given mass upon molar mass divided by stoichiometric coefficient, that is 1, so it will be 1/2. So we can see that extent of reaction of oxygen is less than extent of reaction of carbon. So the one with less extent of reaction will be limiting reagent. So here oxygen is our limiting reagent. So if we have to calculate the amount of carbon dioxide produced, then we'll take molar ratio of limiting reagent and carbon dioxide, that is moles of O2 divided by moles of CO2. This will be equals to moles of O2 is 1/2 and moles of CO2 we have to find, and that is X. Suppose NCO2, instead of X we write moles of CO2. The ratio of moles of O2 and moles of CO2 from balanced chemical equation is 1:1. You can see 1 mole of carbon reacts with 1 mole of oxygen, producing 1 mole of carbon dioxide. So molar ratio of O2 and CO2 in balanced chemical equation is 1:1. So here we'll write 1/1 equals to 1/2 NCO2, and so from here NCO2 will be equals to 1/2, and given mass is equals to molar mass into number of moles. Molar mass is 44 and mole is 1/2, so this will be equals to 22 gram. So amount of carbon dioxide produced will be 22 gram. Next question is 2 moles of carbon are burnt in 12 gram of oxygen. Now again we will determine the extent of reaction. If we determine the extent of reaction, then extent of reaction for this will be 2/1 for carbon, and for oxygen extent of reaction will be 1/2 divided by 1. Stoichiometric coefficient of both carbon and oxygen is 1. So extent of reaction of oxygen is less than carbon, so same calculation will be here as that of this one. Half, then we'll apply the molar ratio, that is molar ratio of O2 divided by molar ratio of CO2. As the extent of reaction of oxygen is lesser than carbon, so oxygen is our limiting reagent, and so all the calculation will be made in relation with O2. एक्सटेंट ऑफ रिएक्शन ऑक्सीजन का कम है, इसलिए सारा कैलकुलेशन ऑक्सीजन के अकॉर्डिंगली होगा, क्योंकि ऑक्सीजन यहाँ पे क्या है हमारा लिमिटिंग रिएजेंट. यहाँ से अगर हम मोलर रेशियो बैलेंस्ड केमिकल इक्वेशन से अगर हम मोलर रेशियो देखें ऑक्सीजन और कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड का, तो ये 1/1 है, एंड दैट विल बी इक्वल्स टू moles of oxygen half and moles of CO2, and then from here moles of CO2 will be half, so same amount 12 gram will be produced. तो यहाँ पे by second and third example we can see that no matter how much amount of carbon is taken, the amount of carbon dioxide produced is determined by the limiting reagent.